You ever have one of those nights you just know you'll remember forever? That's how it was for me. Just a broke kid from Brooklyn, crammed in the back of a plane, never even left New York before, gripping the edge of my seat like it was the only thing holding my world together. That night, at 35,000 feet over the ocean, everything changed, and it started with a cry for help coming from first class. I was supposed to be on my way to this medical program in London, a shot I'd scraped and saved for years to get, working late, hustling every job I could, and still, I barely had enough. My grandma, she's the toughest lady I know, and she always told me, "Don't wait for someone to hand you a chance. Go out and take it, no matter who thinks you don't belong." So, there I was, studying flashcards, just hoping I could make her proud. I remember glancing up when the chaos started. Olivia Price. Yeah, the kind of rich where people actually treat you different, was gasping for air, her husband Benjamin white as a sheet, yelling for a doctor. The whole plane seemed frozen, everyone waiting for a hero to walk down the aisle. But there was no hero, just me, heart thudding, wondering if I should speak up or stay small, like I'd been taught all my life. You know that feeling when everyone's looking for answers and no one's looking at you? Yeah, that happened. But I saw those blue lips, heard her struggling, and I couldn't keep quiet. "I think she's got a blood clot. She needs oxygen, aspirin, her legs up," I said, standing up, even though my knees were shaking. The flight attendant gave me that look, the one that says, "Sit down, kid, let the grown-ups handle this." But I didn't. I said it again, louder, and suddenly, it was like everyone on the plane was staring at me. She let me through, maybe out of desperation, maybe just because no one else was stepping up. Benjamin was right there, blocking my way at first, voice tight and angry. "Who are you supposed to be?" he snapped. I just looked at him and said, "Someone who's been here before." I got down next to Olivia, told her to breathe slow, asked about her leg, swollen, just like Grandma's was when it happened to her. I kept talking her through it, told the attendant what to get, explained every move. Benjamin kept pacing, voice shaking, and for a minute I saw past all that money, past the suit, and realized he was just scared out of his mind. "You gotta trust me," I said. "She needs this." And for some reason, he did. We landed in Iceland. Medics rushed in, and just like that, I was sitting in a hospital waiting room, my dreams of London pretty much in the rear view. But Olivia and the baby, they made it. The doctors said the aspirin saved her. Benjamin came over, and for the first time, I saw gratitude, not suspicion, in his eyes. "Why did you do it?" he asked. "You lost your chance for something big." I shrugged. "You do what's right, not what's easy. That's what my grandma always says." He wanted to pay me back, school, money, whatever I wanted. But that's not what I needed. I told him, "You want to help? Fix the clinic in my neighborhood. Make sure people like my grandma that get real care, not just leftovers. There's a whole world of folks back home that nobody ever sees." I could tell he wasn't expecting that. He thought I'd ask for a check or a fancy scholarship. But I was done just thinking about me. There are too many people getting left behind. A couple weeks later, Benjamin and Olivia showed up at our place in Brooklyn. You should have seen Benjamin, standing there in a three-piece suit, looking lost in our little apartment, and Grandma just sizing him up like she could see right through him. She's a force, my grandma. Asked him straight up what he planned to do, made him promise this wasn't some publicity stunt. I watched them talk about health care and neighborhoods and real people's problems over mac and cheese and sweet tea, and for the first time I thought, maybe he really gets it. That's how the new clinic happened. Not overnight, not without a fight, but real change. Doctors who care. Rides for folks who can't walk. Medicine that doesn't cost a week's pay. Benjamin even asked me to be part of it. Offered me a spot at med school. Not as a handout, but as a partner. Said he needed someone who understood what it's like to be invisible. To feel like you don't count. I guess you never know whose life you'll change, or whose will change you. 6 months later, the clinic opened, and people in my neighborhood finally got to see what it feels like when someone cares. Olivia had a baby girl, named her Grace Rose after my grandma. I got to hold her, looking down at this tiny life that wouldn't even be here if I'd stayed quiet. Crazy, right? Me, the underdog, now helping run the place that saved my own family. You know, I still lie awake some nights thinking about that flight, about how close I came to keeping my head down and missing my shot, about how Benjamin almost didn't listen, about all the people who go unseen every day. How many kids like me, grandmas like mine, are just waiting for someone to notice? So what do you think? Do we judge too quick? Look past the people who could teach us the most? Who gets to decide who's worth listening to or whose dreams deserve a chance? Drop a comment, share your story, or just let me know where you stand. Because this isn't just my story. It's ours. And hey, hit that subscribe if you're rooting for the underdogs, 'cause maybe next time it'll be your turn. Be your